Okay, abusia yebe mo bibia kwa bana abusia eye bono NPP original chairman Abronye DC odin semi ababetu da me ne wokasai Abronye atene Judas Iscariot wa make U-Turn expose former appointees of Addo Akuffo and some NPP executives abusia and some Abronye e de abeto abonten and some no emu edu papa pa say Abronye former appointees of Addo Akuffo ebe musika mu wiai ene properties ebe mu de omode akoye no eye sunyane na Abronye etimi aba expose omo big time enam so ama NDC ora team apeke alert mene wo kase eyade arrest from this time till say bia yebisi Monday mu no arrest foforo ebesu abusua enye asem kuma na me waste time na mo yenko tie Abronye di sine nsema odi tuda
mami Abronye adi asem video atuja tiwe mami
we are losing and you are losing because minim say the life of asomatre me no madia pade o maye no e microphone to aba ma MPP because your opposition no sa japade na asomatre me ni bio obeye lands minister obeye ambassador no so mwa party for the best adan nti kwasunyan na World Trade Center bia e asomatre media e no di Canada Japan achi me ka kire o mo say enya de se nipa. So far as African politics here concerned, now what opposition will be. Na ye baba we ye lusu, ye to ye so ye lusu. The one Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Abronye there or the accurate report no bere ebe bro. Enti doctor me catch on na nwumire say won krofo no bi ebe di konkonsa kire ono. Omo bo double game. Omo ko diska na ma catch Kennedy say omo no be kasa. Because program no we Kennedy nam this time no or the trobia meba be yano and Stacy no nya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia there. Now who Kennedy me bribe 50,000 say me ko say obi no. A different na me dey 2 meeting say Kennedy Japan nya ni papa. Yes. Nti nya ni papa. Nti nkwatena ba bi and issue sa releases na mo sara mo issue no mo camp I say bibi ha mo adwene te say mo master na. Bibi ha mo mo pese media be sorry for obiam fatima na doctor ntimi nkolo obia to order obia on right omo ya mature people said they won't nkolo station to order na ya starting campaign won issue statement bia ankantre Ken studio na wona ukoto niam begu mu no
Ahoto FM 92.3
right.
And your Mekacho said the party lacks leadership. There is no leadership in space, and some of these things are quite obvious. And in some Mugusu Moke cannabis, and to Moto about we are these people going to work together.
Serious.
Say Obisi more Monto Abama will be a unity. So
that's right. I see Emma.
Obi a unity so pain. And Obi say Obi you full and in. You see, these are dirty politics. Maybe a Ghana drew no. Young people focus on issues at the development some of these childish infantile kind of politics are losing the essence and the relevance. So Anyama belongs to antiquity. It belongs to the past. That is why the last time I told you that these people are analog individuals struggling for survival.
Voice when na woka
hwede ne ba ne ye ne sa no nya no otumi panishe no oye ya bedu ba bia bedu nenne wa wuti station bia yetua woka 500 cedis na wo bedi atem wo pay nyina ye 500 cedis wo social security kra wo libi enko no hey enko nipa ni di matem ya sembe na ga wo di enko no but he was attacking my image so let me talk to him no eno dia baby ade me fan dia me no di matem me say yetua ni ka 500 cedis the social security kra yetua bi ma no o ka say o pɛ dan hini ema o na wo ti TV so wo send me momo I can see me say me pɛ bibi ma na ti TV so be di matem wo ti ho send me momo say me pɛ bibi ma na ti TV so di matem wo ye hwan who ko show so o friend me be say can I help you with analysis na me share ma you've called me several times to buy a station I'm getting a station there me ma because they need direction they need purpose. Now we be deal for atem. Me boss ye nya ni ti ho adwuma o. Ye mi ni ti so da. Nipa me ni adwuma ye mi ni ti so da. Na sa nipa ye bia ni ti so man ko so contest election. Ni akwa hin. Obi a what can give party.
nipa no kura suro nti no na wo hu ye part of the world no obi enu a opese audience ani ban no openipa ban yes amasa yes, because obi oya critical mind and they will not compromise on certain things. And also una weni ate tena ba bi na menya media. And it's sad. Because on mind to get the best out, you need to put every single human resource available to work. Just to ensure, because the whole essence of governance is to solve problems, both simple and complex.
Right.
And you need refined minds to do some of these things. So Alaska, I think say a very complex situation that is at hand, but I like the commitment our pledges in the coming day, because my culture says doctors in India have some time ago, no, they have been paid.
That's right.
Yes. I think they were paid a month before last month. Almost.
Oh, but
so I'm hopeful, sir. This particular one, no. In as much as numbers in the son and as a form, no government will find money just to ensure, so because when you take over new like this, Alaska,
it's true.
And if you look at how turbulent the economic space was at the time, and near be a bit way, no. But if government is able to streamline effort just to ensure, say they take care of this critical business and going forward, say, let us come up with a way. I don't like this attitude. Controller and accountant general, it take 8 months and send a processing salary. Another way, are Alaska, why must it take 8 months, 6 months and send a processing? Obi ever find a juma organ biya me say it take more than 6 months and send it to me. I work everything for you.
Almost a cry a crime scene.
Oh, Alaska.
The controller and accountant coming forward. We need to come there.
The very moment I yabema obi appointment letter. It shouldn't take more than 3 months. 3 crowd also.
Oh, that be 3.
A month or 2.
Your fund is a month.
Yes.
Documentation. It's actually 2 months.
Yes. Nani paninya the salary. Now this culture official, because the system is such everything has to go through. No, you can't even pay more than 3 months. So at the end of the day, no, you might create a problem. So I think they're going forward, the problem with controller and accountant general and the finance ministry will have to liaise and solve this particular because from Rollins the pension are there were a problem at trauma as a country. We are not moving forward as a country. I think we need to hasten effort, quicken effort, and ensure some of these petty challenges in Alaska are resolved, because elsewhere a man for start here a week near associate to Amoka. And everything go they get paper we no crowd nurse won't be. So they are just take 6 months and send a processing salary. Can't we use a month to process a salary? Because it's not as if we are processing salary for everybody in the country. We need to go controller or mass segment every region be our space or more. So what is the difficulty? If there are Nipana and way, why don't you create space within regional way? Now you're making sure salary no you process Nipana start or Juma. Within 1 month and now at 2 months, Nippon Sankan is sick as all by Juma. I think it's a governance, a learning process, and it's a learning care for you. I think that we must begin to learn the best practices. So, bet me a boy and I'm on my nakoye.
But I say, Ivan J. Innocence. This takes us to about 25 minutes to the top of the hour, 5 p.m. Now, I check your best. But unim, so free SHS Secretariat at T. Regional coordinators, reporter Kayensa, when you're very careful. The extortion, amuye, obiaba, osi school aye mami bano, bia, owo nipano, let's say Greater Accra. Near the Nibakwa kotu North na yedina to Yamani Day. No, see upper boarding and upper baby. Do you know allegedly some people are even charging 5,000, 10,000? What do you come out, mommy, and now, papa? And you are trying to make the government. If I tell you, and I will be sweat to ya, and on the receipt in Abreye, and going forward, you'll be arrested. And the more share the free SHS secretariat, you are extorting money. No, we will not sit down for you to disgrace the government. No. Etimuti etire NPP Akuffo you were lobbying for this and mukramu ye criminals kura chain party na abana okono. We will not allow this. And some of the names we are receiving, I'm highly disappointed. I will forward them to national security and you'll be arrested. Obi say, Buami, mi ba school. And can then a fair crampo say, ya two about the amount, and also now we are party, no wakwa kwatana ho. It was a wood jisika, sikano de majo Mahama and Nazaruna Drusu. So the earlier you stop, the better.
I think it's a quick one. Answer na me kodwa men kan ra I see or Jubilee House and ra.
Okay.
Appeal court your friends and judges were promoted, and I think that Mahene was part of the list. I think that
okay, obusianti nsem no mu bi ene ekokuti no na me show dwumedi onya like ya me show so be like subscribe to the channel na afi so share dwumedi no ma foforo nso nsa entumi enkebi and please me show nso se obeche wadwene under the comment section abusia eye yenu abarema ye friend Ivan Chain Innocent and nsem ba ko mienu bi so to so me pese mba mi akoti yenu abarema Ivan Chain Innocent nsema on to aso.
You see, over the years, politics are go into your judiciary, are robbing of its integrity, neutrality, independence. And he has been on the bench for more than 26 years.
That's right.
Yes, and this is a man and Kasamre Supreme Court and China.
That's right.
But because certain people perceive him to be because Canadian or yes saying ma kwan krama won. And I think that my more President Mahama but so when you that particular courage what me add to this particular way because deserve because I would hear the nyuma I'm not sure say Phoebe and as for home and you make it sure say you prioritize competence over allegiances, loyalty and the partisan your friend saying that kind of allegiances and untina edura mrebi na judiciary ne Ghana for pet. That's
right.
It became a sort of a corrupt institution full of people with some kind of unholy alliances, allegiance to certain individuals, partisan considerations. Yes, so overwhelming. Individuals are more bench, so more deserve well overlooked. Yes, the president has the power to decide, but I think that we need a certain criteria be able to spell out the promotion. Say the police for no yeno. Say be ya ebe ma sa niema no. The last time I make come back toko no kwan ya fa so ayefa no na oko bench ni so na you one of the juniors and all because judge si abebubo mu Amadu Tanko Poaman hwan ne current CJ ni na se for nyina we senior but oba because of certain connections in Tinaja quickly ne koye won kwan ya fa so obegu nanim ase won ko and look at the state and the judiciary no wom. So I think say going forward Yamfa akomapa. Now some of these sensitive areas, Nipa o deserve let the person go.
Nipa deserve nadrumudo.
Exactly, let the person go. So the question is what at all was preventing Domahene over the years and that promotion was not coming.
And then yes, you did not to her.
Yes.
Or Chania did not to her.
Yes.
And then you did
or no saying yes, your friends said no kukune drew no was seen buso by you. Before Jai. Because they were just tossing him around that kind of way. Because I'm not for perceive. We say,
"Say no what temaha."
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I'm saying, "Jamaica no call no for say baby sir."
Okay.
Oh yes, but just say
yeah. Now when I kasa say on nipa no use your friends say adwuma mra na odi post where that kasa wonko. So I think say you see my culture say you bet me the institutions ni nyina di agro but not the judiciary.
That's right.
Because any institutional fasting your coercion, your integration as one people with a common destiny. The very moment you be break the heart of the judiciary, we break the soul of the nation. Because Alaska, menu nya sama men kokko to me fase kan me nimsa ebo wana ahoto na wote. And one said tinten na de besiasi.
That's right.
But we cannot create such a chaotic society. The last time I catch a yatiti say before civilization and am rendi ho no. Na woti ukro we no mati ho. Munyanya obi ahwe obi firi na kura no hu so wo aduane a o meka ncho Alaska for aduane mame de obeya na say okun ana yes the team obi na me no obi.
That's right.
And people were killed because na the survivor of the fittest then obi ni obi akobo na mane o si wakura wase no obayire na se for wasesa wakakodi. But yehu say sa nema no mwaye na ba civilization era no then we started weaving institutions laws around I be regulate human behavior. Sabe ye nyina be submit your right to na ya the right thing. But we cannot be circumventing some of these procedural and institutional prescriptions and begin to do things at the behest of our individual political interest and so forth. Yeah, yes, sir. Abedru baby no be a nyagidie wo man no mu biem. Maka se ukono man si ho na wadwene se soldier for ne police for na ba ho ban asa wo yare Alaska soldier for ne police for more man ho ban. E trust ne confidence o man mu for e wo wa ban mu na e ya ban na ho den. Edida bia me the example say okọ Sri Lanka.
That's right.
Amount for no sorry ya say your trust and confidence wa ban ya withdraw no. President swimming pool na adan market square we yara enkura ne gu madam. President in the bed. Na bontin so for na daso because president na dwane afri ho because trust and confidence could no longer be sustained. Let us do everything within this prescription and make sure that we preserve the sanctity of this country. Sabaya yelusu ye democracy. So let me once again congratulate the president for taking this bold initiative by honoring Domahene, by giving him what he deserves. Na member no so na baso for because Akroma say no. Ya kasa obi or henna normally they don't take some of these things serious and so forth, but this one person aside say oh yeah a bit cheap, you know. He's also I walk through the professional line because you may be no the very moment we see no henna na we jai private job
that's right.
We jai but one when jai and being able to blend the two. Now I think say we deserve a lot of commendation. So that is what I would say about that.
Ivan Otinia Ato Ahoy any Paul Adumochiri ene program course na Paul Adumochiri Katna is he they are setting agenda about the successor of John Dramani Mahama and no say at this time no he should shut up Namra Prof Miss Wono Paul Adumochiri ban ho so create office be man no pretty and also catch us a minimum you have no integrity now ni nanado na koba and what one nanado ma wasai o my Ghana. So you want to destroy the NDC? What's a NDC? A journey nanswa. You should say the name because at this time, no one now bet Nipo only the NDC and now.
Paul is a lost cause. He's a loose cannon.
Oh,
I'm not sure any serious person takes him serious. But you see, it's good to intervene here because you see, the power of the media, the oxygen of publicity.
That's right.
When you give it to an idiot.
Oh,
he has the no, I'm making a point. If you give publicity, oxygen of publicity to an idiot, that single idiot has the power to create thousands of his kind. And I want to say, no, Mekano. So, them and all display idiocy, then it is controlled. But whenever you give publicity to an idiot, Alaska, on your opportunity to create thousands of idiots. So you control that particular thing by what the man did, by putting it in his face. We know you have no integrity because you are a journalist, but you demonstrated clearly, say you were a partisan journalist, that you belong to a particular side. The government came and embarrassed itself, recorded the worst defeat in the history of this country. Nyansa ben about governance. You should just shut up. Yes, you reserve your right as a Ghanaian to talk about politics issues in as a forum, but to be delving in this arena, proposing who should lead who, no. Nipa na kofana be na we ecosystem. And I say I don't blame him. And I blame the state police, national security force or operative. So I'm sure mu gidigidi makwache unti Paul Adumochiri no mkwache ni gidigidi na ecosystem. Ecosystem won't me gidigidi. Abronye gidigidi ecosystem. Makacha say we should be very smart and very intelligent. Alaska me tell say me yam just say me be fa Alaska me be fa wa. We should know say you are not coming back. That's me.
Exactly, because you were enough grounds.
So if you are not lucky, you use the state resources giving free advert for fools. You advertising them. The last time I said Black Maria Babisi. Now media men the camera obi be play from my Abronye. Fortunately enough, the guy was on the front page of a newspaper. In life, I'm not sure that he ever thought crash. So don't use the national security and the security machinery and do free publicity for idiots. They don't deserve it. You understand? So if you're going for somebody, make sure say that person you are going for, no, it's not me. My thing very principle. If I'm coming for you, you should know say when you crowd 3 months in jail there, we can't stand waba.
I say that was Ivan C0nf. 4:45 p.m. Now,
Alright, abusia teacher so when some koso or political hiring such as say bono NPP regional chairman Abronye DC wa make U-Turn aba expose NPP executives and some former appointees of Nanado Danko Akuffo what you say ebimusi ko mu wia no amode akwa ye njapade akoto to adan ne cars ewusunya na ebusia me no kasei NDC ura team etimi apeke alert me mu besia na madam asesomade peni mekuti nsemo a ekoso or political hiring so aha POG Media madam ase